What's up guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today I want to answer the question that I've been asked by people: how do I get permanent residence in Canada? And also I will combine two answers in this video. Should I get an immigration lawyer or can I do it by myself? Because many of you guys were asking me, do I get an immigration lawyer? Do I need that kind of stuff? Well, let me explain to you. Let me show you a bigger picture of this everything, okay? So immigration, if you are not a person like myself, like if you're a really steady person like myself, my hands were shaking when I was applying for PR. I was worried so much. There's so much of documents. There was literally, they were all over my room. Like I used my bed as a table and it was filled with documents because I was just laying everything all around the place. The first thing for you to get into express entry, for example, to get your immigration done in Canada, you need to get your IELTS, because you're going to be putting your points there. They're going to calculate your points based on your English, experience, education, other stuff. So there are actually two things you have to get done. One thing is IELTS, or a Canadian equivalent of it. I will leave all the links right under the video, so make sure your English is up to the level. And also, if it's not, don't get discouraged. Take some English classes. You increase your points, you increase your chance to get into Canada. If you really want to get into Canada and English is something that stops you, it's not a problem. Just take tutoring and you will get there. Also, if your English is good, now you have education from your home country that will give you extra points. Now, education in most countries is not recognized in Canada, so if you're one of those countries that is not recognized, you would have to go to World Educational Services, WES. You can do it right now, actually, even before you get your invitation, because it's going to be valid for 5 years once you get it done. So they send your diploma, they request your documents. I will leave the link to World Educational Services right under this video too. That's I would say an organ recognized by Canadian government that can say that your education is up to Canadian standard. For example, I had my master's from Ukraine and they said that my master's in Ukraine is equivalent to master's in Canada, and that's how I got myself points for my master's degree. Also, English test, make sure you get your IELTS. Now, do you need a lawyer for all of this? You have this application, everything. I would say that if you're a steady person that doesn't get nervous like me when handling the documents, like I really get nervous. I hate documents, especially PR, permanent residence, when your life depends on it. I was so worried, but in reality, you don't need an immigration consultant or a lawyer to do that. You really don't need. It's simple. You can do it yourself. But what lawyers actually give you is peace of mind and confidence that a person, okay, let me put it this way. For example, you are filing your permanent residence, right? You are doing it one time in your life, one time. And lawyers, immigration consultants, they do it, that's their business. They keep on doing it. They get more experience. They might have more knowledge in it. And it gives you more peace of mind when you get some certified professional. Remember, they have to be certified in Canada, who are handling your documents for you to get your permanent residence. They are not going to increase your chances of getting you into Canada if you don't get through the process. You don't get through the process, and they are just there to file your documents. It's same thing. The government of Canada doesn't care if you have a lawyer or you don't have a lawyer. You submit the right documents. You have a proof of your experience, of your education, of your English language, and everything. Medical inspections, everything is up to the level how it's supposed to be. You are in and you're done. You're welcome to Canada. Permanent residence is in your hands. So the lawyer cannot influence a decision of an immigration, what's it called, officer. Those guys who are handling your case, as far as I know, there are always two officers who are handling your case. That's at least what my consultant was telling me. Alright, so I'm at the moment of recording this video, I don't say that I would never do an immigration lawyer's anything. I might do it because I've been talking on videos about it. I might as well get certified as an immigration lawyer one day. But for now, I'm not certified, so don't take my words right now as 100% truth. I would tell you this. It's just from personal experience of getting permanent residence in Canada. It is a stressful process, and lawyers do calm you down. They say, you are in good hands, I know everything, and I'm going to get it done for you. And that's when you feel more comfortable, you feel like you're going to be more successful. And sometimes I think just to give that comfort, it is worth to give away a couple of thousands of dollars just to have that peace of mind. At least that's what I did. Could I have done it without a lawyer? Of course, I could do it without a consultant. I could do it myself. I seriously knew everything, whatever my consultant knew, because I did so much of research, because I was so worried as international students in Canada, because I was thinking my visa is going to get expired and I'm going to get kicked out of the country because my visa is no longer valid, right? So I was worried about that as international student, foreign temporary worker as well, after graduation on my work permit. And that's why I went to a lawyer, to someone who has more experience. And in reality, once I went through the process, I realized that it was just there for a peace of mind. So you don't, to answer your question, you don't need to get a lawyer. And to go ahead with permanent residence, those are the two steps: English language and World Educational Services. You have to get yourself ready if you are planning to get yourself into the express entry. Once you pass the express entry and they send you an invitation to apply for permanent residence, you have to get yourself police clearance. So make sure you don't have any of those diseases. Also, for example, if you have some kind of tuberculosis, or for example something that spreads, I don't know, plague or something, if like this kind of stuff, they are checking all of that. There is a medical examination. They're not going to let those people into Canada. At least that's what I think so. I don't know, but it's there on the forms. So if you have like some kind of really bad diseases, this can be a barrier. If you have a criminal record, this can be a barrier. Oh my god, there is a huge dog coming to me. Hey buddy! Look at this dog. Hey! I was thinking he is going to bite me. In a proper way, okay? No dirty jokes here. The dog is huge, and the owner is, I don't know where he is, but the dog is here. Nice dogs. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking about it. You would have to get yourself police clearance, medical examination, make sure you have your WES, all of that stuff, and don't put your points if you don't have your IELTS. You might guess what your English is, and as soon as they give you the invitation, you go to take your English test and you don't score that high, and then it's going to be like a misinterpretation. They might disqualify you from that draw. They might remove you from that draw. So if you get an invitation to apply for permanent residence and you don't have all your documents proving that whatever you put into your into your application there, make sure you don't proceed with that application. You cancel it, get all the documents done. Everything is according to the documents has to be there, because it's not worth it. If you go and you exaggerate your English language and you lie about something on your application for permanent residence when they invite you, and then you go ahead and give them the government, the immigration officers, the documents which state that your English is not that high as you said it is, your education is not that good as you said it is, and you cannot prove any of this kind of stuff, you know, it's really bad, and they might even remove you and disqualify you from applying for permanent residence. So do not play these games. Make sure you have World Educational Services. Make sure you have your English test. Make sure, like police clearance, it's about 3 months. It expires in 3 months. So if you don't get invited to Canada within 3 months, you might have to get another one. So that you don't need. But English is for 2 years, I think it's valid, and your World Education Services is for 5 years. Get those done. Get your application to Express Entry pool. I'll leave the Express Entry stuff right under this video, and I wish you all the best of your luck in immigration to Canada. If you need a lawyer, if you're a worried person, if you need a consultant, get one. If you believe in your own strengths to handle all of this, it's actually not that difficult. You can do that. Everything is right on the CIC website, on Immigration Canada's website. Everything is there. And I'm going to get done with this video because it's getting real cold. Because it's Canada after all. It's cold here. Winter just ended, but it might start tomorrow. It might snow in June in Alberta, in Calgary. So yeah, I'm living in one of the most coldest provinces in Canada. If you are going to British Columbia, or for example you are going to Toronto, those places are a little bit warmer. So in Canada, community wise, for example, I would say in Toronto you can find anyone. In Canada, if it's a person, for example, from Arabic countries. There is a huge Lebanese community, so it's big. It's marhaba shabab. Marhab. I know a little bit of Arabic. Salam alaikum habibi and masalama. I know a little bit. I lived in Qatar for 6 years, and there is lots of from Indian community, mainly from northern India, from Punjab, Sat Sri Akal ji, lots of these guys, and big Russian and Ukrainian community. I would say the Ukrainian community is huge here. There is Ukrainian churches over there, at least 2 of them I know. Церковь Святого Владимира, there is one church there too. There are many Ukrainian stores, restaurants, and there is the huge pisanka in Alberta too, the biggest egg in the world, and lots of pierogies. Lots of Canadians here are actually with Ukrainian origins. I would say if you're planning to come to Alberta, very good choice. Ontario, other places, anywhere in Canada, it's awesome, guys. And I'm looking forward to see you here. Also, I'm making lots of videos on immigration, this kind of stuff. Make sure you comment right under this video so I can answer more of your questions. And if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. Also, I leave all the link for you in the description of this video. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next video, guys. It's getting cold. Have a good one, guys.